A 3-year-old boy craves meat, but is so impoverished that the only way to satisfy his hunger is by catching frogs. His 5-year-old sister, resourceful and resilient, uses a bamboo basket to catch these frogs, which are one of their few sources of meat. The little brother, who cannot even walk yet, depends entirely on her. Early one morning, while the family works in the fields, the youngest son, playing by the roadside, cries out for frogs to eat. To avoid disrupting her parents, who are engrossed in their work, the 5-year-old sister carries her 1-year-old brother on her back and sets off on a 1-kilometer trek to the mountain's base to catch frogs. The journey up the mountain is arduous and treacherous, with the steep, rocky path making every step a challenge. Carrying her brother, the sister sways dangerously, risking a fall. Thankfully, the family's resilient spirit and their survival skills honed from an early age guide them through. After a grueling hike, they finally reach the stream. At the stream, the sister lifts the bamboo basket and with practiced hands grabs the plump frogs and places them into a jar. The sight of the frogs brings joy to her little brother, who beams with delight. She proudly shows off their catch, a precious delicacy that, aside from hibernation, is a rare treat in the remote mountains of Nepal. After catching the frogs, she returns the basket to the stream and uses another one to catch more. Despite the swift currents making fish catching nearly impossible, they manage to collect a modest number of frogs. Some might envy the rarity of this meal, but could you endure such a life? Once they return home, the boy eagerly hands the frogs to his father, who is busy washing dishes. The thought of eating meat soon fills him with joy. Their happiness is simple. A good meal is enough to make their day. Back home, the father begins preparing the frogs. Despite their modest means, the family enjoys a wholesome, natural meal. The youngest child, without toys, finds amusement in the frogs. Meanwhile, the father pours fresh milk into a jar, and after preparing the frogs with curry powder, he cooks a nourishing meal. In their small home, every moment revolves around this tight-knit family. Mealtime is a celebration of nature's bounty, and despite the constant need for food, the father's resourcefulness ensures they are well fed. When supplies run low, he occasionally forages wild leaves to make porridge. While some may yearn for the rare delicacy of frogs, how long could you sustain yourself on such simple fare?